Hey, just a heads up, this video may contain some potentially triggering content that some may find disturbing, so viewer discretion is advised. Also, in order for this to stay up, I have to ask you not to harass anyone mentioned in this video. It's just unneeded and it only exacerbates the issue at hand. Thanks and enjoy the video. So at the time of me writing this, Charlie Kirk was confirmed dead about a week ago. He was assassinated while attending a conference at a university in Utah. This situation has confirmed a fear I've had for a long time. People are starting to get way too comfortable sharing extremist sentiments these days, and it's starting to get way too normalised. Like, never in a million years would I thought the UK government would let one of the terrorists responsible for the 7/7 bombing off with nothing but a slap on the wrist and a form he needs to fill out whenever he buys a new car or whatever. And then they can't track him because tracking devices are immoral, apparently. This guy literally killed people, but they'd rather put people in danger than risk offending them. I think that perfectly sums up what I hate about how religious extremism and terrorism is handled nowadays, especially in the UK. There are religious groups out there committing some of the most unspeakable atrocities I've ever witnessed in this modern age. Like, there are whole gangs in the UK made up of primarily Muslim men whose whole goal is to prey on and sexually exploit underage girls. And in some cases, they specifically target non-Muslim girls because they think doing that will, like, fix or convert them. And yet the government does nothing about it. And that's because the people in these gangs happen to be Muslim and they don't want to get, like, cancelled for being Islamophobic or something. I think that's a big factor as to why people like Charlie Kirk and Tommy Robinson have become so popular in recent years. They are afraid of the backlash they get when we call these people out. And the thing is, these people would, like, actually go out and talk to the people they oppose politically. Charlie Kirk used to do that all the time. He would, like, go out to college campuses and debate the people who disagreed with him. I only agree with Charlie on, like, a small handful of things, but even I can appreciate the bravery it must have taken to put himself out there like this. Actually going out and talking to people is far more impressive to me than some Palestine supporter on a burner account calling me a retarded ass has-been fan, while they hide behind their frickin' COD Zombies waifu profile pic. There's a lot of speculation right now about what motivated the killer to assassinate him. My personal theory at the moment is that the killer might be a socialist who didn't like the fact that Charlie Kirk supported Israel. My main evidence at the moment comes from some of the messages he had engraved on his ammo. One of the messages read, "Hey fascist, catch!" And I know fascist and Nazi are words that communists like to throw around at people they disagree with, regardless of how stupid it makes them sound. Another message contained a series of arrows, which just so happens to be the call-down code for the 500-kilogram bomb in Helldivers 2, a game that has a very overt anti-Zionist dogmas on it. Let me explain that real quick. So basically, Helldivers 2 takes place in a dystopian future and is very obviously meant to be a parody of fascism and militaristic propaganda. The whole point of the game is to invade other planets, colonize them, and steal their resources. And so what do you think the devs of that game decided to make the, like, standard issue assault rifle? Well, they decided to make a bullpup rifle that bears an uncanny familiarity to the IWI Tavor, which has been the main service rifle for the IDF since 2006. I think that's pretty clear evidence that the killer might be a socialist. And we do actually have evidence of him being a Helldivers fan, because there's a Discord screenshot showing someone in his Discord group sending him the trailer for, like, a Helldivers expansion. But that's the evidence I've managed to compile so far. If you have any more evidence or if you have any other theories, let me know in the comments. People have also been saying that the footage is too graphic and needs to be taken down, and yeah, the footage is pretty bad, but, like, this isn't even some of the worst gore I've seen in relation to the Israeli-Palestine conflict. When I first saw a video of Charlie Kirk getting assassinated, I immediately flashed back to the time my Discord server was raided by Palestine supporters. I used to run a Discord server for, like, pro-Ukrainian and pro-Israeli supporters, but I had to take it down because it kept getting raided. One of these instances, we got, like, raided by, like, 4 to 5 people, and one of the raiders named, I'm not making this up, Jihad Caliphate Soldier, then spammed like 20 different gore pictures into the general chat. And you want to know what's messed up about that? My younger brother was in that Discord server, and he was underage at the time. And they decided to do this while I was at college. Thank God that happened while I was on, like, my morning break. God knows what would have happened if my brother actually saw those pictures. He would have probably gotten traumatized from it. And the people who, like, posted this score are the same people who claim that the video is, like, too graphic and it's, like, too offensive. Like, the images those guys were posting in my Discord were far more graphic than the Charlie Kirk video, in my opinion. In the Charlie video, you see like head jerk back, and then you see some blood come out, and the image that's like the jihad what's-his-face guy were posting were like up close 4K shots of like decapitated corpses. And that's not even to mention all the other times I've witnessed Palestine supporters being abusive towards minors on Discord. There was this one time a Muslim joined my LGBTQ inclusive Call of Duty Discord despite his religion not allowing homosexuality. And he actually is Muslim. That's what he told me when he said he couldn't redeem the Pride Month bundle on Modern Warfare 3. Anyway, after I banned him for being anti-Semitic, he then added a bunch of people from my Discord server to a Twitter group called F-Slurs I Might Rape, and some of the people he added to that group were underage. He also thought Samantha Maxis was hot in Black Ops 2, so that's just blatant pedophilia, because Maxis was a child in Black Ops 2. That is what Islamic extremists think is acceptable to children. Those are the kind of people that Charlie Kirk dedicated his life to like fighting back against. And coincidentally, that was around the time I first started hearing about him. And those experiences made me a lot more understanding about his worldview. I would imagine he's probably gone through similar things. Thank God his kids aren't old enough to have social media. Because if they think sending gore to a 17-year-old is acceptable, God only knows what they'd be wanting to send to a 3-year-old girl. In my honest opinion, Charlie Kirk did not deserve to die. Inviting your political opponents to have a conversation is what democracy is all about, and that is how our society has worked for centuries. I also think it's wretched that the far left was so quick to slander Charlie Kirk as a fascist after he died, when killing people who disagree with you is quite literally what fascism is. Like, that's what Hitler did. When you kill someone for simply stating their opinion, it sets a precedent, and all that does is scare away people with more modest opinions from stepping forward. And in that case, the only people who will take the risk are the people with the most extreme possible opinions, which will push people further and further to each end of the political spectrum, which will just divide us all and make us all even more miserable. That's all I have to say on the Charlie Kirk situation. My condolences go out to his family. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload.